I'm Mark.
And I'm Jerry. And we are the Military Collectibles Shop. So, just want to give a big shout out, hey, to our friend Mike in Mexico, who had done a little puppet video of his own, trying to hone in on our shtick. But as Krusty the Clown says, if this isn't Steve Allen, you're stealing my bit. Oh, fuck. My glasses always fall.
Here.
Ah,
I told you we should staple them on.
now I can see. All right, so as Mike in Mexico notices, I'm wearing a lovely Patagonia camo whatever stuff that he sells. Ooh, fancy.
Wow.
And I believe he also used the word silly when it came to talking about our videos. So I assume that that was some type of Spanish word. So I actually had to look up the Spanish translation for silly. And it turns out that the translation in Spanish for silly is tonto.
Whoa.
Yeah, Tonto, the Lone Ranger's buddy. You know, he was very loyal and helpful and did all the grunt work. So, yeah, plus, a Tonto is also a really cool Japanese dagger. Ha! So,
Isn't that like a miniature sword? Kind of like a silly sword.
well, back to the silly. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, think about that. Anyways, thanks, Mike. We appreciate you. So, everybody go visit Mike in Mexico at Mike in Mexico. And if you need some Patagonian camouflage for hiding in Patagonia, I guess check out Mike in Mexico. All right, on to the regularly scheduled program.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Jerry. And we are the Military Collectibles Shop. Thanks again for joining us. It's been a while since we've been able to do one of these What's New at the Military Collectibles Shop. So we appreciate you being here and checking it out. Does it smell like puppet to you?
I think the puppet farted.
Anyway, so we have a bunch of cool stuff to share. Some stuff that we'd gotten in over the past week-ish or so, 2 weeks. A couple things came in while I was at a show. Oh, we got to get those flags.
Oh, yeah.
Can't forget those. So sit back and grab some popcorn, and we'll share with you some of the cool stuff we got.
All right.
So,
Well, let's start with this really cool enlisted man hat?
visor hat? Yeah.
Visor hat.
You know, there's a German name for him. Schimmenmutzen.
Schimmenmutzen.
Tellermutzen is the kind of saucery looking one. I'm not sure what they call the more saddly shaped one.
NCO infantry hat.
Nice,
Yeah.
pretty typical. White Waffenfarb for the infantry. Yeah, just a decent combat-y looking one. Actually, I got a guy looking for a kind of a mint one. He's got a nice infantry parade tunic he's been trying to find a hat for.
Oh.
And because he heard we got this one in, and I'm like, no, this really isn't the one for you. This would look great on a combat sergeant's tunic, like Sergeant Steiner, But yeah, for like a nice parade one, as you can see on our uniform of the month back there, you want a little nicer, just a little nicer one. But this is cool. This has a great look, nice saddle shape.
And still the sweatband is in good condition, and yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Also in the hat world, got a political leader hat, the Golden Pheasants, as they were known. So this is a blue for the Orts level, which is kind of the lower level, the block, kind of like an alderman we have here. in the States. I don't know what the type of government you guys have. But yeah, just a nice...
Our aldermen don't wear those hats, though.
No, they don't.
Even though we're in Milwaukee, and
That's another story. By the time you see this, the Brewers will either won or have lost. You can take that to the bank.
Okay.
All right. Speaking of headgear, this is actually kind of cool. This was, and still is, an Iraqi combat helmet. So this actually came back from the first Gulf War. What's cool about this one is it's got the camouflage burlap and the net on it, the inside thing, and it was brought back and given to a friend of mine who's actually was a high school history teacher. So he actually got this from one of his former students. So, he had retired, so he no longer had a need to have this, so we brought it in for us. So that was awesome.
Oh, that is awesome.
But
it's probably just as bulletproof as their Kevlar helmets that were made out of fiberglass.
Yeah, they did tell him that this was Kevlar. Not so much.
Well, we have a nice, colorful German helmet that came out somewhere in maybe Ukraine or someplace. It looks like it was camouflaged at one time.
Yeah.
And but thinking that the thing was sitting out there for 70 years, it's still in pretty good condition.
Right.
It's like, no.
Yeah, actually, remarkably good condition. And actually, this one also from our friends that we lovingly call Rusty Helmets, because he was collecting a lot of stuff out of Russia and Ukraine, a lot of rusty helmets. But this is actually a double decal Army, still in the apple green M35, and obviously, it's definitely seen better days, but it's an original double decal M35 Army with, I would say arguably 70% of the decals still there. That's really cool. It's also another one. It's hard to tell what was going on with this one. But again, probably some type of camouflage. This one actually still has partial liner in it.
Wow.
And thankfully, no brains.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably wouldn't go through customs if it's like brains in them.
Well, it says here on the list, brains.
Brains. A couple of German maracas, but the beads are gone.
Moroccan part removed. Also from our friend Rusty Helmets, but nice M24 potato mashers. Yeah, this one's actually matching, which is nice to see. That one's still in pretty good shape. Honestly, for coming out of the ground, these are pretty good. This one's still got the eagle stamp on it, eagle proof. Yeah, they're nice. The M24 grenades are getting really hard to find. They've for a really nice one, it's kind of crazy.
No, Jerry's been buying a lot of really cool stuff. All I got was I got a British bomber wing.
I had no idea where you were going with that. That's pretty funny.
All right, sorry. It was just sitting there.
Man, I didn't think of that. Got a nice pumpkin orange, just in time for Halloween. Army officer's dagger, nice blade. This is made by Horster. So a nice, early silvered one. Just a real nice looking army dagger. I always just like the look of these. Just a very elegant piece. Unfortunately no hangers, but it is what it is. So that was cool.
You can always install hangers on
You can always install hangers. That's true.
But look at, there's a tricolor flag on this side. And it seems to have that offensive side. Was this off of Kessler's tank in the Battle of the Bulge, this tricolor?
Yes, we'll go with that.
But it's marked. Cola?
Cologne, which is Cologne. Fanen Richter. So, yeah, no, it's a neat early double-sided pennant, with both the patriotic national colors and the party. The party colors. Got it in an Africa Corps pith helmet. Unfortunately, the guts are no longer with it. But the good news is, it fits my melon. So we're gonna restore this one a little bit, and and try to get it looking at least a little more pithy.
Let's see. Got a nice Luftwaffe buckle and belt. Well, I think it's a Luftwaffe belt.
I think so.
It came with the buckle. Oh yeah, and it's got the aluminum clippy thing.
Keeper.
So yeah.
And what's cool about this one is that the maker is J. Deutschbian.
J. Deutschbian.
Yeah, and it says JD, which coincidentally are my initials.
Wow.
And it's actually got a Luftwaffe or some kind of unit marking on here too. Okay.
It says
LBA something. 1937. But nice to find. Buddy Dudley. I got you, Buddy Dudley. Got some little WHW propaganda books for
very small people.
right. These are even kind of small for the puppets. All right, this was cool. Working our way around. This came from our friend Rick, and this was kind of neat because it took us a while to figure out what was actually going on, because it's a rabbit, and he's going, the boss and I are picking up a few souvenirs while we're overseas and thought you might like one. So it turns out that this guy was actually a magician, this Card Mondor, that's his name, a magician named Card.
Wow.
Okay, a little on the nose, but whatever. Anyways, he did a bunch of USO tours in World War II. So he must have got a stack of, insignia, or maybe some GI got it for him. Anyways, as part of his calling card, he put the little insignia on his little thing. So he would send these out to prospective, clients or whatever with his booking information. So the amazing Mr. Bunny is his associate.
Wow.
So and it's got a little Luftwaffe M43 hat trapezoid. So that's I thought that was really cool. I kind of like USO stuff, so let's go with my USO stuff.
Wow.
All right. Speaking of rabbit ears,
Oh.
these are actually Soviet Russian rabbit ears that were then reused by the Israelis, apparently, because the lighter green is the Soviet color, the darker green is the Israeli color, or so I've been told, and with the Israeli markings, I believe. And then it's also got the Soviet markings under the underside, but really good optics, and not for looking under the bathroom stall like Mark had thought.
I had to ask. How do you know what they did with those things?
That's true. They're really heavy. This is nice.
Ooh, look at that. Wow. U.S. Marine Corps, that's...
Here, let's see if it's sharp.
Okay. Nice shiny.
Yeah, that was really nice. And we got a 1902 U.S. Army officer's sword. Also pretty nice. No, unfortunately, no name. It's always nice. You always want to check, because sometimes these are engraved to guys, and you can do the research and find out that they did all kinds of cool stuff. Or sometimes that they did nothing. All right, and then from one of our friends, got a couple World War II U.S. You take one.
There we go.
Okay. two World War II U.S. Air Force uniforms, Army Air Forces. This guy was a 5th Air Force guy. He was an air gunner. Interesting thing about this one is several years ago, I had bought the wedding dress that this guy actually had made for his then fiance out of parachute silk because I had thought that was pretty cool. So the guy came in with that and some other bits and bobs. He forgot he had the uniform, so he was cleaning out some stuff, and he's like, oh, that uniform goes with that. And thankfully, Jerry still has the wedding dress. And I believe there's actually a picture of her wearing the wedding dress. Which
In
is,
divorce court?
which is cool. So just a nice, again, picture of him. I was going to say wearing the uniform, but no, this is his forepocket. But a nice uniform there. And this guy, that's now going away, his stuff, in addition to his uniform, we actually have a bunch of photos and some of his documents and some photo negatives and some different things that he picked up along the way, some souvenir money and just some little other bits and bobs and things that he had got, his dog tags. So nice to go with the complete uniform.
Was he in the Army or?
Army Air Force.
Oh,
That's his uniform.
Okay.
Try to follow along.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. What's
Was his name Port?
I don't remember if that was that guy or if that was the other guy. But I'll look. No. This guy was Grubby.
Okay. Oh, I seen the picture of the gravestone on the top.
Yeah,
of
no,
that.
this
I
is
thought
this is the air gunner guy. Yep. So this is the guy who had the wedding dress.
Oh.
So him and Ruth are still together wherever they are. Also, I don't know, one of these periscope things for I think a check tank. Yeah, it's got those check swords on it. So kind of neat. I mean, just like ours, but they could actually remove it easier than ours. So they took the U.S. design and improved it. How about that? The flags.
Oh yeah,
You go.
flags.
What do you got?
We got this cool-looking bandolier. I believe it's cavalry. Okay. I thought it was Swiss or something.
It's got a crown on it,
Well, that would make sense.
but it could be Swedish.
Oh yeah.
Swedish. Who could ever go here to Florida? Used to be to Florida.
But it's still in nice shape.
My apologies to
it's
any Swedish people out there. That came from our friend Steve. Steve the Swede. We used to call him Weird Gun Guy. He was in Florida last we heard. Living his best life. So shout out to Steve. Hey Steve. But he taught me that Swedish thing. It was in his grandma's bathroom. And it roughly translates to, here I sit, broken-hearted, tried that, but only farted.
Oh, nice.
All right, so we got some flagging. These came from a buddy of ours who was, interestingly enough, at a toy show and came across a couple big Kriegsflaggen. So, what would you say these are? 8 by 5 by 8? Something like that?
Yeah, I think 5 by 8.
So two different, makers of the same kind of thing. Pretty typical. Nice flags. That was nice of him. Where'd that one come from?
I don't know. I bought it from somebody. Guy brought it in. It's long.
Oh yeah, that was
It's,
that long one.
It's like, what did I say?
It's not the one Snowman was looking for, was it?
No.
No.
I think this is like 15 feet.
Yeah, the big one.
um,
Those Germans did like their big flags.
Like 4 feet wide. And it's got a slot for
that's nice.
a pole.
Yeah.
And it's double-sided, so you can hang it out on
Sure.
a pole outside your house if you have a tall enough house.
If you're Tom. Oh,
He's falling
he's
apart.
falling apart. Losing his dysfunctional veteran's hat. Tom, you really shouldn't hang flags like that outside your house.
Okay.
All right, enough of that.
And where did he go?
And just like that. Okay, so, I don't know, thanks as always for joining us. We're so happy to have you here. We're hopefully, now that the weather's starting to turn a little more fall-like, we're going to be indoors a little more. No more of these crazy outdoor shows. So, hopefully we'll be able to shoot more videos. So if you have any ideas, if there's stuff you want to learn about, let us know, because we love making the Military 101, Collecting 101 series, where we talk about different topics. So if there's something you want to learn about, like, I don't know, whatever, where you want us to delve a little deeper and make it be both educational and entertaining, we can at least promise you some of each.
Something.
Or, if you got any questions in general, state of the hobby, how tariffs are affecting your collecting or not, whatever's going on, let us know. We're always happy to hear from you. Thanks so much. Leave your comments in the comments section. Send us an email. As always, visit the website. There is cool stuff going on every single day. Sherry is just typing away as we speak, getting more stuff on. She is the hardest working person we have at the shop. So, we're getting a lot of stuff on. We do have a team of like 6 guys now helping us catalog stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to get some of the stuff from the back to the front and out. My goal is to eventually put a ping pong table in the back room. That's my goal.
Maybe there's one there already.
There could be one there already. It's vertical between a bunch of bins. Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, we love hearing from you. So thanks to all of you who always, respond and check us out and send us emails and leave the comments. And make funny videos in Spanish for us. So, yeah. At least I'm just happy that Mark was the older marionette.
Yeah.
So, I think that's all for now. Soy Jerry.
Soy Mark.
And we are der Militarisch Sammeln Shoppen.
Stammlergeschaft?
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Yeah, you know who we
The
are.
Geschaft.
It's on our shirts. We're the Military Collectible Shop. Visit the website, buy some stuff. Thanks for being here.
And we got a backside too.
Yeah, we got some backsides. We got some big backsides. Buy a shirt. We sell the shirts. Look as cool as many of our friends do. All right, we got to go. It's late. But thank you. We'll see you again.
I'm Mark.
I'm Jerry. And we are the Military Collectibles Shop.